Good morning, Muncie. Riley Dance Marathon is returning to campus. How you can donate and why students are getting involved and when you can join in on the fun.
Plus, a local legend died last year, how friends and family are making an effort to remember him, and where his iconic sculptures are going now.
We have special Super Bowl 56 coverage. Newslink Indiana's Vinny Martirano and Zach Greer are sitting down for a special analysis to give you the latest. Get the coffee ready and open up those eyes. You're waking up with Cardinal weather.
You're waking up with Cardinal weather, live from the Ball State Weather Center.
Good Friday morning to you. You're waking up with Cardinal weather. I'm Emily Harless.
And I'm Kara Przicek.
Well, it is our first show back of the semester. I'm very excited to be here this morning.
Me too. I think it's going to be a great semester, and I'm just very excited.
And as excited as I am to be here in the studio, I was not excited to walk in the cold this morning. It was very, very cold outside, but that does, of course, promote in-person indoor events like Dance Marathon. It is back in person this year. It is a 13.1-hour event full of course, dance, games, food, and hearing stories from the Riley families.
Sounds great.
Exactly. Libby Klemeyer is live in the studio with the president of Ball State's Dance Marathon, Brandon Runyon. Libby, tell us more about what we can expect.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Thank you so much. We're here live, like you guys said, in the studio with President Brandon Runyon talking about Dance Marathon, which is tomorrow. It's a 13.1-hour event, so it's a half marathon. They are up for 13 and a half hours from 11 a.m. to 12:06 a.m. So Brandon, tell us a little bit about Dance Marathon and what you're looking forward to this year.
Yeah, so BSUDM is a 13.1-hour marathon event where we raise money and funds for the children and families at Riley Hospital for Children. Specifically, we fund the palliative care team and the Magic Castle cart. So the palliative care team is just really helping those kids keep them comfortable and just palliatively. And then the Magic Castle cart is a cart that is shaped like a castle, and it goes to every patient's room, and it has like toys, games, books, and magazines for parents, and every kid gets to take something from that. It provides smile therapy.
That's awesome. I love that. We were talking earlier this morning about Dance Marathon and everything, and you said that your first year was when you were a freshman, and of course they didn't have it last year, so I bet you're itching to get back into it. What are you most excited for this year, and what are you looking forward to?
I'm just most excited to be back in person with people. It is a better atmosphere when everybody is together. You all are super excited, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we were talking about more, they have different events rather than just marathon. So we have their merch here. We have the Smile for Miles shirt here and the DM Dash. Can you tell us a little bit more about these events and how they can tie into the actual Dance Marathon?
Yeah, so Smiles for Miles is our kind of our biggest fundraising push of the year. It occurs every year in November. It's right around 100 days out from the marathon. It's just where everybody gets together for 26.2 hours, and we just fundraise and we have a lot of fun. It gets awareness out into the community. And then our DM Dash is our Donut Dash this year, and it's where we run a 5K. And it's just in honor of some of our Riley kids because a lot of them don't have the ability to run a 5K, so we do that for them.
Awesome. And there are 13 committees, like you said, and they're all going to play a part in tomorrow's Dance Marathon. What is that going to look like?
So they are really the brains behind the operation. They really keep us running. They are the ones that are going to be checking people in, serving food, and just really helping with all of that hospitality stuff.
That's amazing. And now you said that since it is in person this year, which is so exciting, some parts will be live streamed. We don't know which parts yet, but we'll keep you updated on that. And now it's too late to go to the Dance Marathon, but you can still donate anytime, anytime. You can go to bsudm.org and donate, and they will announce the grand total at what time?
12:06 a.m.
12:06 a.m. So be sure to watch out for that, and their merch will be releasing tomorrow. So live in the studio, Libby Klemeyer, back over to you guys at the desk.
All right, Libby and Brandon, thank you so much. Now, we do want to give you an update to a story we brought you on last year on Newslink. He was known as the man with the big cat sculptures.
William Hutcherson died in October of last year. Waking Up with Cardinal Weather's Alex Almanza talked with his family who are remembering him for his love and giving.
Take a drive down Tillotson Avenue in Muncie. It's just not the same anymore. Where statues once stood and caught the attention of drivers and pedestrians, now lies a mere footprint of what was known to many as the home of the cats. For years, locals passed by this house and appreciated, took pictures, and even wondered the true meaning of these big cats. However, they're more than just sculptures. Air Force veteran William Hutcherson Jr., the owner of the decorations, died on October 4th, 2021. He wore many hats in his lifetime. He served 2 tours in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, not to mention he was a poet, musician, and even a black belt in karate.
My dad said, like, when he was younger, he witnessed my granddad like beat 2 dudes up with using karate. Like, it was, you know, he was like, I mean, still very militant, you know, my way or the highway type of parenting style.
But when William was discharged from the Air Force because of a disability, he wanted something to commemorate his fallen brothers and sisters, as well as late family members. So, he started buying cat sculptures.
And many people came by, and many shook my hands, thanking me, took pictures. They said, "Hey, we thank you for your service," you know, and I was definitely enjoying that.
They were everything to him. That was his status in Muncie. He loved the fame he did get for his cats. He would literally sit on the porch. He loved watching people drive by and like raise the window down and like turn their necks to look. And then they would even honk their horns or even get out and they'd ask to take pictures with it. And he just loved the attention from it.
There were times, however, where thieves got the best of him. Back in 2014, one of his tigers was stolen.
This is the figurine that was stolen. And the tiger, it was stolen, and they left the tail. And I couldn't believe that. I said, now who's going to steal a big figurine of a tiger and leave the tail?
I laugh because we've laughed about it, but he was so offended and he felt so disrespected. And I remember the news video, I remember watching the news, and he was just so mad about it. And it was just, I mean, he replaced it that same day.
Although William dedicated a lot of time to his figurines, one of the most important things in his life was taking care of his family.
I remember my apartment caught on fire in Bloomington, and he and my uncle Stevie, they drove down to Bloomington and replaced everything in my apartment.
A selfless man who would give you the shirt off his back.
If you had 10 minutes with him, what do you think you would talk to him about?
Ooh, if I had 10 more minutes, I'd probably ask him if he was proud of me, you know, but I feel like I never really got the chance to be my best self and watch him and have him witness it. And is he happy? You know, I think he spent a lot of his life making others happy.
A man who made others happy, whether it was through giving, mentoring, or showing love for his community.
I say, I'm living by God's words. I have no reason to hate nobody. Hey, I'm doing my job, and that's why I'm look up, because God has blessed me.
In Muncie, Alex Almanza, Newslink, Indiana.
According to the family, some sculptures with more sentimental value were kept, while others were auctioned off.
What a beautiful story.
There's a lot of snow on the ground lately, and Ryan, can you let us know if there's going to be any more?
Well, we will see a little bit of snow later on today as a cold front will pass through our area, but for right now, we're going to see mostly rain. Right now, we did have some sunshine this morning, but don't expect that to last too much longer as we do, as I said, have that rain shower, those rain showers coming to our area. I'll get to that a little bit more in just a moment. But look at these temperatures right now. We're already at 42 degrees in Muncie, 43 in Bloomington, 39 degrees in Indianapolis, and Kokomo sitting at 38 degrees at this hour. And we are much warmer than where we are at this time yesterday, where we were sitting in the mid to low mid 30s, even some 20s in some areas. As you see, we are sitting like 5 to 10, even close to 15 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. And you're going to see the major difference. But we're not going to move too much in those temperatures. As you'll see here, these next 8 hours, we're actually going to start to fall a little bit, especially when our cold front comes through the area. As you see, we're going to be in the low 40s as we go throughout the day. Now, coming up, we're going to be tracking those cold temperatures as well as some as those on radar as well. But look, you can see here that we have some rain showers coming into the area, and we do have to track those much colder temperatures and mixed precipitation. We also have to track the cold temperatures, and we have to track those 50s for next week. I have all those details coming up.
Thank you, Ryan. Police in Illinois are looking for a man who they say was involved in an armed robbery that ended with a train collision yesterday. According to authorities, 2 men stole a car from a store in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, during an armed robbery. The men apparently bailed from the vehicle when the car became stuck on a train track in Zion, Illinois. A freight train hit the car and pushed it for nearly a mile. Investigators say one of the suspected robbers has been taken into custody. The other man is still on the loose and possibly armed.
Well, evacuations are underway in Laguna Beach, California, where a brush fire is burning. The flames were first reported early yesterday morning in the Emerald Bay area near a gated community. As it continues to grow, part of the Pacific Coast Highway has shut down. Strong winds, hot temperatures, and dry conditions helped fuel the blaze, but authorities say its spread has slowed. No homes have been damaged as of now. Just ahead, the latest COVID headlines, and it's almost time for our Super Bowl 56 special analysis.
That's after your weather now.
Welcome back. The time is 8:12, and you're taking a live look outside at Ball State University's campus. COVID-19 continues to climb. According to the World Health Organization, COVID deaths increased by 7% last week compared to the week before. As of last Sunday, over 5.7 million people had died from the virus across the world. While the number of deaths increased, WHO says the number of global COVID cases reported decreased. 17% fewer cases were reported around the world.
Weather conditions on Earth impact when rockets can launch, and space weather can cause problems too. About 40 SpaceX Starlink satellites will likely drop from orbit due to a geomagnetic storm. This occurs when solar winds from the sun come into contact with Earth's magnetic field. Officials say the storm is affecting the area where some of the SpaceX satellites were sent. And since the atmosphere is so dense, the satellites won't be able to make it into their intended target.
NASA has chosen Lockheed Martin to help carry samples from Mars back down to Earth. Lockheed, a space and defense contractor, has been tasked with building the Mars Ascent Vehicle. This rocket is designed to land on the red planet to collect rocks and dirt that is currently being gathered by the rover Perseverance.
From the Super Bowl to the grocery aisle, pandemic problems just keep coming, even though COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are dropping overall in the U.S. You know those convoys disrupting travel between the U.S. and Canada? Chuggers might be planning around the Super Bowl. That's according to the Department of Homeland Security.
And now we're going to switch it over to our national weather headlines. What is going on across the nation today?
Well, we do see some pretty cold temperatures up in Canada, but we are seeing some pretty warm temperatures here in Muncie. As we can see with the radar, those storms coming through the area, hitting Illinois at the moment, but they will be coming our way very, very soon. Those current temperatures, again, 53 degrees in Los Angeles, 42 degrees in Muncie, 44 degrees in New York City. And today's high is 46 degrees in Cincinnati and New York, and the high in Los Angeles, 73 degrees, but 10 degrees in Minneapolis. That's because of a cold front that we are tracking to come through our area right around 4:30, but Ryan will have that more in his full forecast. But as we can see, some pretty clear skies in the southwest region of the United States. But tomorrow morning, we might be seeing some precipitation come over the Rockies and hit northeastern New Mexico. Tomorrow's high is again 80 degrees in Los Angeles, and as we can see, 32 degrees in Cincinnati, 52 degrees in New York. Now let's hope that doesn't exactly affect the big game's scores, but for the temperatures tomorrow, starting off at 77 degrees for kickoff in Los Angeles and decreasing all the way to 71 degrees by the time the winner is decided.
Thank you, Oliver. In just a moment, we have even more on the Super Bowl with our special Super Bowl 56 analysis.
That's after a message from Mitz.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitz will take you there.
Welcome back. The current time is 8:16, and you're taking a look at Ball State University campus. This is a big weekend for sports,
Yes,
if not the biggest.
Yeah, and you know, seeing that snow on the ground does make me a little nervous for some Super Bowl parties that we have this upcoming weekend, but I'm excited for the Super Bowl as a whole, and we have Vinny Martirano and Zach Greer in studio today to break it down for us. Guys, what do you have?
Yeah, thanks guys. I'm Vinny Martirano.
And I'm Zach Greer, and what we have for you today is our Super Bowl analysis.
Yeah, so Super Bowl 56 in a brand new stadium in Los Angeles, California, SoFi Stadium. We got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to dive into what each team needs to do to come home as Super Bowl champions. Starting out with the Cincinnati Bengals. They got to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. It's their best players. They've rid this young electric offense all season long. Got to go with what you know. That's how you got to start. Next up, limiting turnovers. Not only is the Rams defense great, but so is their offense. You give them the opportunity, they will make you pay on the other end. So you got to keep possession of the ball, and that brings me to my third point, maintaining possession. The longer you hold the ball, the more tired that Rams defense is going to be. You come down the stretch late game, you just get that advantage to go down and score with a tired defense on your hands.
Yeah, exactly. The Cincinnati Bengals have been amazing all season long. But now let's talk about the other team that's playing in the Super Bowl, the Los Angeles Rams. One thing that they really got to do this Super Bowl is that they got to get to Joe Burrow. I mean, this defense is electric. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, so many amazing players on the Los Angeles Rams defense. You got to get to them if you want to win this Super Bowl. Second thing is you got to shut down the offense of the Cincinnati Bengals. Like Vinny mentioned, this offense is electric. You have so many young stars on this team, and if you get to that offense and you limit the amount of points that they can actually score, you got a good chance of winning the Super Bowl. Which brings me to my final point, and that is utilizing one of your best players on offense, Cooper Kupp, the Offensive Player of the Year winner. He played absolutely electric all season long. If you get the ball to him, good things are going to happen. Now, you've heard our takes on who we think is going to win. Final score, I have got the Los Angeles Rams in this one. I think it's going to be close, but in the second half, I will think that they are going to pull away, and I believe that the Los Angeles Rams will win the Super Bowl. Final score, 34-20. Vinny, who do you got?
Yeah, I predicted a close one too. I got 24-21, and here's why. Evan McPherson, twice already this postseason, game-winning field goals, walked into the AFC Championship, said we're going to the Super Bowl. Here he is. He's going to tell us he's going to come home with a Super Bowl win, hit the game-winning field goal, 24-21.
I mean, it was an absolutely electric season that we saw. These two teams really deserve to be here in the Super Bowl, and I cannot wait to watch it on Sunday. Now, you've heard what we have to say, but now I think it's time to hear from the Ball State students themselves. I sat down with a couple of students to figure out who they have winning Super Bowl 56. What's up, guys? We are currently right outside of North Dining Hall, and with a big matchup this Sunday between the Cincinnati Bengals and Los Angeles Rams, it's time to figure out who the Ball State students think are going to win the Super Bowl. All right, so who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this weekend?
I think it's going to be tough, but I really think the Rams are going to pull it off. My mom's family is from Detroit, so seeing Matthew Stafford there is making like my friends and my Lions fans like feel like we're living this like through Matthew Stafford. So really rooting for the Rams to win.
All right, so who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this weekend?
You know, I got the Rams. You know, Jalen Ramsey going to lock down Jamar Chase.
So who you got winning the Super Bowl this weekend?
I got the Rams.
Rams? Any reason why?
They're just a better team to me.
Who you got winning the Super Bowl this weekend?
Well, I have Joe Shiesty and the Bengals winning the Super Bowl this weekend because I bet against them in every other game, and they proved me wrong. So don't bet against Joe Burrow, new GOAT. Brady retired.
So who you got winning the Super Bowl this weekend?
I got the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
Who you got winning the Super Bowl this weekend?
The Rams.
All right, so I got a question for all three of you guys. Who do you got winning the Super Bowl this weekend? I'm going to start with you.
I think we're going to take Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
Bengals. Joe Burrow's a dog.
Bengals. We've got Betsy Ross is out there producing the Bengals sports media, so I'm going with my alumni. Chirp, chirp, Betsy.
Who do you guys got winning the Super Bowl this weekend?
Of course, the Bengals.
The Bengals. Gotta say the Bengals.
I'm going to switch up. I'm going to say the Bengals.
All right, so the moral of the story is, feels as though the Ball State community is pretty split. Some people want the Rams, some people want the Bengals. But at the end of the day, there is one thing to keep in mind, and that this Sunday is going to be an absolute blast of a Super Bowl. Back to you guys at the desk.
Oh, looking forward to a great game. Thank you from Zach and I. Back to you guys at the desk.
I mean, I'm going to go with the majority here. I have the Bengals winning the Super Bowl this weekend, Kara.
I've got the Bengals too. I mean, Cincinnati's only 2 hours away. I feel kind of close to them.
I know. Got to go with the local representatives, right? Well, thank you, Vinny and Zach. In a partnership with Muncie Animal Care and Services, every other week on Cardinal Weather, we highlight a pet from their shelter. For our very first pet of the semester, we get to meet Jinx. He is a 5-year-old terrier mix. Jinx has been with the shelter since July of 2021 and is just looking for a home where he can be playful and happy. He is dog selective but is good in a home with children. Because of his time spent at the shelter, Jinx qualifies for a waived adoption fee. If you're interested in adopting Jinx or any other pet, you can head over to MACS website at cityofmuncie.com. And you know, not the best weather to take a dog walking in right now, is it?
No, it's not the best weather, only unless you want to be wet, you know.
Right.
And maybe even do a little bit of snow. Do you like that too?
I do not like the snow. I'm hoping that goes away soon. So.
Yeah, me too. I hope it does go away soon as well. But you will see that here in our 7-day forecast in just a bit that we do have some warmer temperatures on the way, but we have to wait a little bit before that. Right now, we got some warmer temperatures right now. 42 degrees already in Muncie, 43 degrees in Bloomington, 39 degrees in Indianapolis right now at this hour. And that's much warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. We're sitting about 5 to 10 degrees warmer in most of our Indiana viewing areas. Bloomington's at 12 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. Now, looking at those things, looking at that, we have some wind as well with that. And that's going to be pretty gusty at times. So you've seen we was out this morning, and you go factor that into the windshield, and it makes it feel like it's a little bit chillier than it was. 29 degrees in Shelbyville, 27 degrees in Fort Wayne. Kokomo's at 29 degrees with that windshield factoring in. Now, look at the radar. We do have some showers along the way as well, and we have to keep in mind, even have some cold precipitation with some snow as well. And we're going to chime that out for you right there. We're going to see that is along with this cold front that's coming through the area. This is going to drop our temperatures as well. You will see as well my 7-day forecast is going to have a much colder weekend ahead. Now, let's time out that a little bit right now. We're going to see that as you go through the days, the thing decide to go a little bit further ahead for me and not wait for me to explain. But we're going to see that those showers will begin to turn to to snow showers as we go through later on today as that cold front do come through the area. And then we're going to be sticking around with just cloudy skies for most of the weekend until even a little bit on Sunday until when we start to clear out as well. Now, looking at the forecast for tonight, rain and snow showers, a high of 41 degrees, which is pretty much where we are at right now. Southwest winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Now, looking at that, the next 5 days. 27 degrees will be our high on Saturday, and Sunday and Monday are going to be pretty much the same. Then look, we're going to actually begin to warm up a little bit. The 40s in the air, and this is going to be again of a warming trend here as we go through the course of the week. And that warming trend reminds us of guess what? Spring. I know I like it. I enjoy spring a whole lot better than I enjoy winter. And we are approximately 37 days away from spring. March 20th is going to be the exact day. You will see that here on our 7-day forecast here, as you will go around 41 degrees today. We do have those showers, even some mixed precipitation as well. And then we're going to drop off a little bit. But look at Wednesday and Thursday, 52, 54 degrees. I might be underdoing this just a little bit. As you will see, yes, I might be underdoing. It might be close to 60 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday. However, after that, as I looked a little bit further ahead, we do cool down just a little bit more, and the showers will return as we go through the area.
All right, I'm definitely looking forward to that warm-up. Thank you, Ryan. In just a moment, NewsLink Indiana's Hunter Luzader will be breaking down the science to show you how the weather might impact the big game this Sunday.
Plus, how a unique mascot is gaining more attention than some of the competitors. That's after your weather now.
From the heart of Ball State to the heart of your community, NewsLink Indiana brings you local and state news you care about. We pride ourselves with giving you the most reliable news coverage, stories that affect you, linking you to the community each night on air and online. NewsLink Indiana, bringing news to the heart of your community.
Just a few minutes ago, our sports team broke down all the ins and outs of this year's Super Bowl. But there's another factor that can impact football games that we sometimes forget: the weather.
Yeah, that's right. Hunter Luzader is here this morning breaking down the science of how weather can impact a game. Hunter, are we going to see any weather effects for the Super Bowl?
Actually, this Super Bowl is actually going to be pretty good. Cloudy, partly cloudy, but high speed in the 70s, calm winds. So this Super Bowl is looking pretty good for us. But let's look into the factors of the Super Bowl. Actually, there's rain, wind, sun, and temperatures that can affect the way how the game goes. It can make or break the team. So let's look into rain. Rain can make the ball slippery and increase turnovers, which would actually cause more down plays, which can delay the game if you have lightning, which most of the games actually they would delay. There would be ice, which could run down the times for how the players will impact their quarters. And also, sleet can create a more defensive game and also impact the scores. Next, we can go into wind. Wind is the most major factor of making or breaking a game. It can influence the trajectory of the kick of the ball for the punter, which can lead to more incomplete passes, which can result into more running plays. Next, we can look at sun and temps, which we'll be looking at more for this Super Bowl. The sunlight will impact the player's vision. With the new stadium, it looks like it's a dome, and so it could also affect the way that the players will be able to see the ball. With having the temperatures, depending on the temperatures, your hand might be cold or hot, which will also could make your hand slippery, which can increase with having hot temperatures with the players feeling fatigue. So yeah, let's look at how weather affects the temperatures for the games.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see, and hopefully we don't have too much getting affected with it. Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah, thank you.
While the Super Bowl is right around the corner, the Beijing Winter Olympics are still happening. Their mascot, Bing Duen Duen, or BDD, is a big hit at the games. The mascots are getting huge cheers from the crowd, sometimes louder than those heard for athletes competing. And, going to take one final look at our local weather here. Ryan, is Muncie going to get any better?
Well, next week we might get a little bit better, but for the most part, we're going to have to deal with some cold temperatures this weekend. Other than that, yeah, we will warm up as we go through the next week, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
All right.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's all the time we have for Cardinal Weather this Friday morning. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next Friday. Have a great rest of your day and a fantastic weekend.
Oh, they didn't feel like... Yeah.